Here to talk the AI winners and losers in the public market, we're joined by Jefferies analyst Brent Thill. Brent, how you doing?
Doing great. Thanks, Carl.
Good. It's good to see you. I wonder whether it's these capital flows or even some of the energy supply dynamics we've been talking about in the last couple of days. Are your favorites evolving?
I think right now our favorites still are in mega cap internet. When you think about Meta and consumer and for enterprise, Amazon and Microsoft. So the picks really haven't changed. And I think what we're seeing in our coverage is three things are needed for AI. Obviously, as Sarah Fryer commented, and congrats to her, capital matters. Second is users, and third is data. In this AI game, there are very few that can play. And so we favor those companies that have those characteristics, and that's why we mentioned Meta, Amazon, and Microsoft. Clearly, many of these names haven't outperformed. You look at energy with VST, NVIDIA and chips, Dell, ANET and networking. The action game in AI is away from our coverage. So it's in this infrastructure category, but we think it will come to applications. It will come to software. It just takes time. And as I've said, you can't live in the building until you build it. And all these AI buildings are getting built. They're not up yet. So you can't hang the art or the AI software in these homes yet. And that's why investors still see S-curve momentum in many of these other stories. And we continue to see software lag, but we do believe software will play catch up. And at some point, the incremental addition to the infrastructure trade with semis and hardware will start to hit a peak. Yeah. So we think that has to happen for software to work. But right now, it feels like more of a 25, 26 event for AI software to really take hold.
It's interesting you say that, especially since OpenAI wasn't the only AI news of the past 24 hours. NVIDIA's Jensen Huang was on Overtime yesterday, has struck this deal with Accenture, is pushing further into enterprise and then industrial AI, and really sort of creating this, I think, as the two CEOs called it, connecting fabric to connect NVIDIA's bigger stack and software stack with the companies that are going to be looking to deploy these AI capabilities. So how quickly does that happen? And with NVIDIA pushing further into that, how does competition with mega cap tech names and others now continue to change?
Consumer AI is going to happen quick because if we look up a recipe or a location on a device, the ramifications aren't big, right? But if we get the wrong information at Jefferies and put in the wrong trade because the AI system told us to, our clients are going to go to Goldman Sachs. We don't want that to happen. So I think many enterprises are taking it very slowly. They're taking test pilots very slow on ramps onto these AI journeys. And I think ultimately we're, as they say, we're all going to underestimate the long term. We're all going to underestimate the near term and overestimate the near term, underestimate the long term opportunity. Sorry. Jet lag here. But I'd say that, yeah, clearly it's going to take time. It's going to take time for this to play out. And this is not going to happen overnight. And there are only really a few leaders. I think we're in the point two where we're trying to figure out who's going to lead this. Obviously, OpenAI, Anthropic, there's a handful of other independent companies. There's a handful of large cap stories that are leading this. But we're like super early in this journey.
Well, you've talked for a while, Brent, about how the hardware analysts are having more fun than the software analysts, but maybe that will change in the near term. It's good to see you. Brent Thill joining us this morning. Thanks.